Hi guys, this is Patrick for Screen Studio, and today we're gonna have a look at a library I'm using to implement global shortcuts in my project Screen Studio. Basically, what I do with Screen Studio is when I start or stop recording, I use a combination of keys, Control, Shift, and R to record, but I want that to be global, not only in my application. So what I did is I'm using a library called jKeyMaster. It's a Java library, and it does work on Windows, Macs, and also on Linux. Basically, it's quite easy to use. It's easy to integrate into your project, and it does the job. It's just I'm gonna say it. It's just great. There it is. Okay, so if you want to grab the binary archive from jKeyMaster, you go to GitHub, tulskiy, you see TULSKIY, jKeyMaster. Go in the releases. I'm going to put the link at the bottom of this video in the description. And then download jKeyMaster 1.1. Put that jar, this is a zip file, but uncompress it, and add this into your project. Let's go here. There we go. So if you go in NetBeans, you just add the library here to your project. You will also need gna.jar because it does call native APIs of your operating system. So you need to link that also. Okay, so once that's done, then you have access to the jKeyMaster library, and then you can use it. So what I did in my Screen Studio, it's quite easy actually. Created a private member here, and the class is provider. So I called it key shortcuts to make it easy. And what I do is at some point I will initialize the provider with the proper settings. But to catch the call, when you press Control Shift R, which is the syntax you have to use to tell the provider of jKeyMaster that whenever someone presses Control Shift R, then do whatever you need to do, or Control Shift S when I want to do some streaming. So I'm using two shortcuts here. So Screen Studio, the main class, which is a JFrame, does have to implement the hotkey listener interface. Okay, so to initialize it, I've set up some bookmarks. Let's go there. So I created a function called initialize shortcuts. I'm doing this in a thread because if something goes wrong, like I'm missing a library or a native library, then it would kind of freeze my swing interface, the JFrame. So I'm just doing it in the thread to avoid having Screen Studio freeze on startup. So basically, what I do, you have if shortcuts was already initialized, then I will reset and stop. Also, that's the stop. That's the wrong function. I need to look at that one. That's the one. Okay, there we go. So if shortcuts is null, then I will initialize my provider with provider.getCurrentProvider with false as a parameter. If you put true, it means that the swing thread will handle the events, but I didn't want to do that. So I'm calling reset, and then I will register my shortcuts here, which is a simple string as you've seen them earlier, Control Shift R. and then another shortcut for the streaming, which is Control-Shift-S. And you have to put the listener, which is my JFrame. Since I'm starting the provider in the thread, I had to use this as a reference in an instance to be able to pass it to the thread actually by making it final. So it's kind of some workarounds, but it does work. So what this will do is it will set up your project to listen to global shortcut keys in your Java software by using native libraries. Whenever you're done, then you want to stop everything because you don't want to keep that in the background. You need to stop listening. So if key shortcuts, the provider is not null, then reset and stop. And that's it. It's easy. It's easy as that. And you have to listen to the events of that library, the provider. I think it's here. There we go. On hotkey, that's the event. So you're receiving the hotkey, and then you need to check whatever it is. So I received an S, or I received an R, which is the letter I selected. Oh darn! I have a glitch here. Just found out a bug. If I change the keys, it won't work. Okay, so I'll have to work on that, but I kind of forgot that maybe someone will use another letter than R. By default, it will work, but I kind of have a big mistake here in my code. Anyway, I'll fix that. But anyway, so if I receive the event, then I will trigger whatever I want to do. So you have the keystroke here in the hotkey passed as a parameter, and then you can do whatever you want with that. So that's how you implement the global shortcuts in a Java application. This is running under Ubuntu 14.04, but the library seems to be supporting Macs and also Windows. So that tip would work for any kind of project. So have a look at jKeyMaster. There we go. On GitHub. It's really easy to use. There's a good description of the project. If I can go back, there we go. So you have a good description on how to use it. It's quite easy. If you want to build it from the source code, then go ahead. But I'm kind of using the binary jar file, which is kind of easier. And also, it kind of helped me avoid spending a lot of time just making that work, like just using jKeyMaster, and it was just a matter of a few minutes and it was working. This video was recorded with Screen Studio, the project I was talking about, and you can get it at screenstudio.crumbs.com. Thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed, and see you another time. Bye!